What's going on, guys? Dakota here for another video, and today we're going to be doing a really cheap mod for this E46. Plus I'm going to give you a few updates on this car. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to turn these white needles right here to red. It's very easy to do. Plus red equals race equals more power, so this is going to give us a very big horsepower gain, so I'm super excited to see that. But in the meantime, I'm also going to show you how to take these out. So normally there would be two hex bit screws right there. I guess the previous owner of this car decided that that was irrelevant, so we don't need them. So those are already taken out. Make sure your steering wheel is already to the lowest position, and then just pull back. Alright.
A few moments later.
So once you've gotten to this step where you're pulling the cluster out, also another thing, pull your steering wheel all the way up towards you too so you can get to this angle. You're going to have two of these white clips right here. You push down in the back and then just slide them forward like that and they pop out. And you also have another one right there that you're supposed to pop out. And then once you've taken out your cluster, you're going to have two on each side of these bolts. They are size T10. They are very small screws, so please don't lose them. And then after you take out those screws, here you go. It is separated. So you can use any color you want. Obviously I'm using red because I want the red needles, but you're just going to put like a piece of paper behind this so you don't mark this, because this is paper that's exposed. Then just color the needles, let it dry, and then go over it again and reverse the steps, and I'll show you what it's like when it's done. Okay, and this is it back together. As you can see, it's just a little thing, but it honestly makes the gauge cluster look pretty cool, so I'm going to go ahead and install it again. This is it reinstalled back into the car. It looks pretty cool, honestly. And when you connect the little connectors back there, you're going to hear a little bit of whirring. Don't really worry about that. It's just resetting itself. So turning the car on. As you can see, everything still works on it. The lights are on. And it's a little bright outside, but it looks pretty cool. I'm super excited to see how they look. And it's a pretty cool, cheap mod. With that all done, I wanted to give you all an update on this car. I'm not sure if you saw the engine bay, the last video I posted about this, but as you can see, it's all in one piece now. I got the covers all put on and everything like that. So when I first bought this car, I didn't mention it, but it had a misfire and a bad mass airflow sensor. So that being said, I was going to have to spend quite a few $100s to get that fixed with BMW parts or just taking it to BMW itself. Like I said in the other video, we're not afraid of a challenge, but this is a tip I just wanted to give you if you are considering buying an E46 or if you're just worried about BMW maintenance in general. So, to fix my misfire issue, do not be afraid to go to the junkyard and buy junkyard parts, because I got 6 brand new 2019 brand new Bosch ignition coils. And then I went to my local AutoZone and I got 6 of the OEM plugs, put those in, misfires all good to go. Mass airflow sensor, a BMW one was going to cost me over $130, so I didn't want to do that right away. Cleaned my old one out, didn't work. I ordered this mass airflow sensor off of eBay for $17. Long story short, my BMW is running fantastic now. Everything else on it is coming really well. So if you're afraid of BMW maintenance, if you want to do the work yourself, and if you can go to the junkyard and find parts and know where to look, BMWs aren't that expensive at the end of the day. So don't believe any of the myths that the car is expensive. If you know what you're doing and you know how to get around the big cost, they'll be fine. One more thing I forgot to mention on this car is that I replaced the heater control valve on this because it was not working, and it was a $30 eBay part. Another thing I saved money on, and super easy to do, so there was that. But as far as the big thing that's coming on this car next is going to be a cooling system overhaul, because 1, it has 100,000 miles on it, and then 2, so when I took off the heater control valve, I noticed that it was just caked with putty, like no coolant could get through there. And then when I was bleeding my radiator, I noticed at the very bottom of it there was some putty in there, so I think somebody put stop leak. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's going to be all fixed up. But while we're there, there's no reason why we can't upgrade it, so stay tuned for that big mod that's coming up. But until then, I'm going to be showing you all a few more smaller mods and just a little more do-it-yourself stuff like this one right here. So I hope this helped you out with making your BMW more fun. You know, maybe had a fun afternoon out of it. But if you like this video, please help me out with a like and a subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 by the end of the month. So I will see you all next week.